questions for you.
Okay,
All right. I love your YouTube video.
Oh,
Very
thank you,
cute.
thank you.
Okay, so first of all, do you feel like this is a story that you're bringing to a new generation, people like me, that maybe hasn't been told, and how does it relate to today?
What audiences get out of this movie, I think, surprises them. And it's not the easiest movie to describe or universal to market, but every audience that sees it discovers something. They're either remembering and discovering so much more detail and information than they ever imagined, or they're kind of discovering the intricacies of the story for the very first time. And either version seems to make a really positive experience for the audience.
Well, it made me all geeky, and I went back and read about Watergate again, and I went and watched All the President's Men again, because it just made me want to know more about it. And I thought that was kind of cool.
It's a fascinating moment, and I lived through these interviews, and I was riveted by them, and yet when I read this script, and I was surprised. I had no idea how fascinating a human interest story it was behind the scenes, and really how suspenseful all the drama was getting to that interview that meant so much to the American people.
Right, and are you surprised by how Frank Langella can bring such humanity to this man? Or I don't know if that's the right word, but
Nixon's a very complicated character, and the movie makes no apologies for all his damnable qualities. But yes, it breathes a lot of humanity into the story, because it's good drama, and Peter Morgan's a fantastic writer. And so what Frank Langella gives us with this is I think a very truthful, very insightful, and yes, soulful interpretation of Nixon and his virtues and all the warts as well.
How do you bring this play to the silver screen? What's that journey like?
Well, this is the kind of movie that's all about great acting and great drama. I think it's surprising how suspenseful it is, and even how funny the film is in places. So for me, I sort of ignored the fact that it had ever been a play, and just went right at these characters, right at the drama of the situation, and tried to work with a style that was urgent and immediate, would really draw the audience into the drama.
So is there a lot of bringing them down from stage acting to theater, or not stage to theater, stage to film?
There are a lot of great moments in the play that that I didn't want to lose, and so there were times when it was about going back and sort of remembering how a line got a huge laugh in the play, and then trying to get the equivalent of that on screen. Other times it was forget about the play, we're attacking this in a very different way, and the actors were more than up for that and excited, because what they realized was that they knew so much about these characters, Dick, Frost, and Nixon, and the movie camera was giving them a chance to sort of put their final stamp on these amazing characters.
Okay, I have one last question. The drunken call. I kind of read that didn't really happen, but in the play. What's the story behind that?
Well, Frost and Nixon had all kinds of phone conversations and conversations in person. That's a synthesis of their relationship in certain ways. Sometimes it was very friendly, sometimes it was rather tense. But Nixon was known, particularly during the last days of the White House, for making these kind of bizarre late-night phone calls that he then couldn't remember the next day. And staff members were told, disregard any directives. If the old man calls and says we're going in, check first, please. And so I think it was sure an example of a creative license, but in the very best way, because what Peter Morgan gives us is an even deeper understanding of what made these guys tick. So I think it was, it's a great scene in the play, and I'm very proud of it.
All right, I loved it. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Yeah, I enjoyed the
I always felt like if we made the movie with Michael and Franklin.
How you been?
over and then I'll come back.